Come and join me for a cup of tea, because we're going to have a chat about the game of life. Oh, the game of life part 1. This is actually funny. When you think about it, we are all given a role, and we're all playing different roles in this life. And we can choose to decide what role we're playing sometimes. And I know we have like something called predestiny. So these are the things that are going to happen to us regardless. So we all know we're going to leave our bodies in a so-called death. That is preordained. No one survives death in these bodies, right? So what age are you going to go? Now, it could have been preordained that you were going to die quite young. But you might look after your body so well, and you might decide to change the role that you were going to play, and you might be able to extend that. Or you might be able to bring it forward because you've abused yourself. But we all play roles. So I'm going to do a little story. And this is how my brain thinks. So I am what you call a magical thinker. So the game of life. We enter the theatre. And you go into the theatre and the usher welcomes you in and says, take a seat in the auditorium. So you take a seat in the auditorium and you sat there looking up at the stage. And the curtains are closed and then suddenly they open. And along come all the actors and they all play the role. And you're sat there watching, and sometimes you laugh and sometimes you cry and sometimes you get angry, and you go through all the emotions because you're watching this play unfold. But some people stay in the audience their entire life. So they don't really participate in life, they just allow it to be. So it's what it is. I just sit here and watch and do what I'm told. You know, I'm watching what's I'm told is the play. And I'm just observing. Some people are given the roles of the actors, the ones on the stage. And these are the people who I call the officials, you know, the politicians, MPs. They're just playing roles. And their role is to bamboozle and entertain the audience. So what's the storyline? Well, let's pretend it's CNN or the BBC. Oh, it's all fear porn at the moment. Oh dear, we're going through a time of war. And all the audience is gasping, oh no, it's terrible, isn't it? But at some point in this play, I am bored. I'm bored. These actors are just hamming it, and I think they're rubbish, and I don't think they're genuine. There's something not true about their acting skills. I'm like, it's too wooden for me. I'd rather see what it's like to be on the stage myself. So I go towards the stage and people go, you can't do that. You're not allowed on stage, you're not an actress. And I go, well, why aren't I an actress? And they go, because you're not allowed. Only they can be actors and actresses up there because they've been told that's their job, and yours is to sit in the audience and do as you're told and just watch what's playing out. But I don't want to do that anymore. I'm going on the stage. So I walk up the steps and I decide I'm going onto the stage, and the security try and stop me. But then they realise it's pointless because the audience have already got the attention off me because I'm walking up on the stage, so their eyes are on me now. So they're like, oh, for God's sake, just let her on the stage, please don't say nothing. I get on the stage and the play's going along and I'm just stood behind the actor watching him from behind thinking, you're not that good at this. And I'm looking at the audience thinking, how come you're not noticing that this actor's not right good and he doesn't even know his lines? And look at him, his body language and everything is defying his words, so he's not even in alignment with his words, so it's rubbish, isn't it? But the audience don't notice. And this is weird. And I turn round and look and I see the curtain move behind me, and I'm thinking, someone behind the curtain. Oh, you cannot go behind backstage. That is secret, you're not allowed in there. Only the VIPs are allowed in back of there. But I'm going there. No, you're not allowed. Your role is to go back to the audience. But I can't go back to the audience because I've seen what's going on the stage and I can see how hammed up it all is, and it's rubbish. I can't be in the audience anymore. And they go, oh God. You need to stay on stage then and just stay quiet. And I can't. I've got a big mouth. I can't stay quiet. Oh, I want to see what's behind the curtain. Well, you're not allowed. So what I do is I peep behind the curtain when they're not looking, because they can't look at you all the time. So when they're not looking, I just look at behind the curtain and I see, oh, there's something else behind there. These other people, what are they doing? So then I start putting my foot behind the curtain, and then before you know it, I've hidden myself behind the curtain. And now I'm behind the scenes looking, and I'm like, this is strange. I'm stood here now with all these people who were all telling all those people on the stage what to do, and then all the people in the audience watching those people on the stage, and they're not seeing who's behind this curtain, and I'm a bit miffed about that, because why don't they know about you? It's not their job to know about us. Their job is to just sit there and watch the play until the show ends. But I'm not satisfied with that. I've decided that I'm changing my role again. I want to be on the board of directors. You're not allowed to be a director. Well, why can't I be a director? Because it's my life. I want to decide what I'm going to do. Well, you're not allowed to do that, because we're the directors. We're telling you what to do. Yeah, but I don't like it. But you don't have a choice. You need to go back on the stage or get back in the audience where you belong. No, I can't. I've decided I'm going to be a director as well. So I'm either going to go and open my own theatre and start my own acting troupe and get my own audience. Oh, for God's sake, they say, this is just ridiculous. And I go, I know, but I can't do it. I can't go back onto there after I've been here, because this is where I belong now. Behind the scenes, I have to see what's going on. All these puppets, look at them all on stage. I can even see their strings. And I can see you pulling them behind the scenes, and oh, it's just not sitting right with me. It's not proper acting. I don't like it. Right. Well, we're going to have to go and have a meeting about this, because we can't put you in as a director. So off they go, aka the spirit guides. But then I'm stood there thinking, I quite like being behind here, because I can see what's going on behind the other side of the curtain, and I can see what they're doing to the rest. So now I'm going to change my story. I'm going to change this whole plot, and I am going to be the director of this play now. So I'm going to tell them what they're going to do. But it causes confusion in the auditorium, and everyone goes, this isn't working out, because now they're all starting to malfunction on the stage, because I'm saying you can't say that. You can't behave like that. I can see your strings. Look, everyone, can you see the strings? And some of the people in the audience go, oh my gosh, I can see they've got strings. I never noticed that. And I go, look at him. Look at him. His mouth's moving, but his eyes are dead, and they're not in alignment with each other. He's a rubbish actor. He's lying to you all. And somebody else in the audience goes, oh, you're right. I never realised how rubbish they were. They're like a cast of El Dorado. They're rubbish. I don't want to watch this play. Come and join me then, behind the curtain. Oh, whoa. I don't know. Security's coming now. Oh, and they're getting really ruffled up. But there's too many of us. There's only 2 security guards. Just get up on here and come and see what I'm seeing. So some of the audience come and join me on the stage. And they go, oh my gosh, I can see what you're saying. These actors are crap, aren't they? And my storyline's better than theirs. And they want to hear my story now, not theirs, because they've heard that all their life. It's the same thing all the time. Bad news, bad news, bad news. Oh, we're going to have a war. Oh, look at us having a pretend fight. Oh, crisis actors. Well, now comes a real actress, and she's showing these lot up. So we want to listen to you instead. Right, come and join me. So now I am making my own acting troupe, and we're starting to act those puppets on the stage. And now the audience are getting confused, thinking, which play do we really want to watch here, her or them? And then some more people decide, do you know what? What you're saying and doing is more interesting than what they're showing us here. And what you're doing is making us feel a bit better about ourselves and a bit happier. And they're just making us feel depressed. So, do you know what? I think we'll watch your play instead. Right, cool. Right, get on my YouTube channel. Come and watch that. Then, I'm still not satisfied, because I can't cope. So now I leave my actors on the stage and I give them, and I say, look, you just carry on doing your thing. Put on your best show. Who cares? Just have a laugh, right? I'm going behind the scenes there. So I go behind the scenes and the director sat with his head in his hands going, I don't know what to do because this is all over the place now. And then I see the writer sat behind and he's going, what am I doing? And I'm going, look, it's time for you to rewrite all this play now. And he goes, but I'm confused because your role was to sit in the audience and now you've got all the audience up in arms and you've got all the actors all malfunctioning on stage and all these audience are now on stage with you and now we don't know what we're doing. And I go, that's because we're in charge. That's because we have decided that you lot are fired now, right? So we don't need you. We don't need you anymore. This is our time. So the writer's just sat there and he's thrown his pen on the floor and gone, to you. And I've picked up the pen and said, I am going to write this next part of my life. And I'm going to take the rest of the audience with me. And they go, you can't. And I go, well, maybe, but I bet I can get more on my side than on your side, because all you're doing is leading them down into the path of war and destruction and misery and depression and woe is us, we're all victims, oh, we need a hero, and you've been pretending to be a hero but you're rubbish and you're not that good at it, so I don't want you as my hero. And I've just shown them that they can be their own heroes, because now they look at them all on stage having the dancers and having fun and laughing, and the audience are liking them more than you now. So you're all fired, we're in charge. So now I am writing the next part of my life, and the next part of my life I am the writer and I am also the director, because I've given myself two roles now. I am not sitting in the audience no more, because that part is boring, because the audience are for the people who haven't made it onto the stage because they don't know how to get there or they don't want to get there. So they're happy down there. We're entertaining them, we're showing them. But what I'm going to do now, just for my final encore, is drop the curtain, remove the masks of the false actors and show the rest of the audience who they really are and what was going on all the time. And the rest of them on the last day will all gasp in horror and go, we have been bamboozled, boo, boo, boo. And they'll throw peanuts and popcorn at them and shout at them and go, we've been misled and treated so badly. And I will stand there and take my final bow and leave this planet. And then when I come back, I will be a writer again. And that's the end of my story. I don't want to have to describe it in a way in a way that even makes sense, because that is how my mind works. You just tell me now where you are in your theatre. Are you still sitting in the audience, or are you on the stage? Rewrite. Are you on the stage, or are you behind the stage? Are you taking down the directors? Are you revealing the poor actors to the audience? Tell me where you are in your in your play, and if you want to come and join me on stage and have a laugh, that's where we are, because we're sick of the hamming up lying actors, and we're tired of the poor writers and the directors who don't care about the audience. So let's change the play. Bye bye for now.